Something, brother. I was in the gym, clanging and banging, getting these 24-inch pythons jacked and ready for my favorite wrestling show. And then one of my maniacs came up to me and said, "Hey man, what's your favorite wrestling program? Is it Monday Night Raw or Smackdown Live?" And I said, "Let me tell you something, dude. It's A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition. The best YouTube wrestling review show of all time, man." And just like I dropped the largest giant in the world right there in the middle of the ring, they drop a new video every week, so you better get ready by hitting that subscribe and notification button, dude. So what you gonna do when the largest arms in the world and A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition runs wild on you?
And this is A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to Saturday night's live events. With you as always, I am A, and here is B. And this is our new segment. We are going to give this a shot. It looks okay. I hope it sounds okay. Let me take a listen. We look all right. So if we don't sound good, if we don't look good, we apologize. We will do what we can for our appearance. But let's see who we have all up in here.
Who's in the house?
Oh man, we got some people. Hold on. At the top of the list, the very first, the one.
What's up?
What up, Jaden Winchester?
Jaden.
I love this. What's going on, Zaylan Gaming Z?
Bone Crusher.
Oh, Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher wants to play.
Bone Crusher wants to play right now.
Bone Crusher wants some loving. She wants to go out, wagging her tail.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think we're looking good. I think we're sounding okay. What's going on, Alice Felty? Tamid Hassan. It's good to see you. Jody Bennett. Woo!
Woo!
That's for you, Jody. Max Lethal. King Swag. Sierra Jenkins.
Yes.
Oh, Shayla. Come on, Shayla. We see you out there in the Twitter world. We see you, girl. What's going on? Who else do we have in here? We got Isaiah Pierce, Not on One Shogun.
What's up, Isaiah?
Jedi Knight 88. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge you. What's going on there? Quantaven Moore. How are you?
Quantaven, hit us up on Insta. We're going to tell you all about it.
Becky Hammond. What's going on, Becky Hammond? We see you. Oh, man.
Me. I told them it was me.
Just kidding. I think, Kaleo does everything. Oh, we got some people. Arcel World, how are you? Good to see you.
What's
Wow.
up, Marcel?
Brandon WE for life. I love that. Good to see you in here. Oh, we got some folks. And I think I see a super chat. Hang on.
Coming out the gate
Hang
strong
on.
like that, though.
Mary Barbie, what's going on? Good to see you.
What's up, Mary?
We're coming in strong with that super chat. Beep, 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 beep. Right out of the gate, King X Neptune, A and B for life.
Yes.
Hashtag that.
I think you need 2 claps and a Ric Flair, though.
Woo! I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Come on, Natty.
You busted my lip.
Come on, Natty. Don't be like that, Natty. Thank you so much for showing us
Thank
that
you, man.
love.
Much
We really
love.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Want to make sure everybody, we look okay. We sound okay. I think it looks good. I think we're looking good. I think we're sounding good. I'm really kind of excited this time. Really, that super chat meant the world to us right out of the gate. Just showing some
Very
love.
Sweet. We appreciate you.
Thank you, King X Neptune.
Brandon, I couldn't read the whole thing.
Dortarius Moore. Oh, look at this. We got some Carmelina. What's going on, Carmelina? So, folks, we're going to talk about some things. First and foremost, welcome to Saturday night's live event.
Yes.
As
welcome.
some of you might not know, maybe some of you do, WWE, way back in the day, used to have something called Saturday night's main event. And it was a show. It was really exciting as a wrestling fan because you got to see something that you wouldn't ordinarily see. Because back in the day, there was usually people fighting jobbers. It was just a real big jobber situation. So Saturday night's main event was really a time for people to get together, like Hogan and Andre, Jake the Snake, Macho Man, people like that. It was a really big deal. And we really, really wanted to bring back kind of a feel. We're still working on some graphics and stuff like that. But this is something that we wanted to kind of give a little nod to, an ode, if you will, to wrestling. So this is Saturday night's live event. We're going to do what we can to bring you something live at least once every Saturday. Mm-hmm. Things happen.
And we are going to do something a little different tonight because we haven't really been doing AEW predictions and talking about AEW as much, just because we've been so busy and because our channel was really started more so on WWE and the WWE universe. But as wrestling fans, we are excited for this AEW pay-per-view, and we feel some type of way. We got some predictions that we want to talk about. So,
but it is a stacked show, though. It's a stacked show.
It's stacked. So we feel like we have to talk about these people, man.
But here's the thing, man. It's 13 matches, dog.
Right.
I mean, it's 13
doing the
matches.
Live watch along, but 13 matches.
So yeah, we're on the fence. Show of hands right now, and I see here that Shayla says breaking news: MJF might in fact have left Vegas ahead of the pay-per-view.
What?
I mean, maybe he wanted to go to Burger World. It is National Burger Day. Maybe he just wanted to go get a burger at what's the in between Los Angeles and Vegas that we stop in? That one place.
Eddie's World.
Eddie's World. Maybe he wanted to run to Eddie's World because they've got a killer Impossible Burger. I'm just throwing that out there. I could be wrong. But we might be doing a live watch along for Double or Nothing. Maybe. It's 13 matches. I don't know if we have it in us.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
I don't know if we have it in
us. A lot.
But show of hands, because I know the majority of people here are WWE people. Do you want us to do a live watch along? Would you watch that? Would you watch along with us? I don't know. I don't even know if we can watch it. 13 matches?
Well, no. We're going to watch it. But
we're going to watch it. I'm saying watch along.
Right, but being live is a lot more work than it looks like. So
I'm saying watch along. Hold on,
and
Rubio.
My back isn't 100% yet. So
what up, Rubio the Cocker Spaniel? Super chat for you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. She looks good. Step up your game, bro. Thank y'all for joining A and B Combo Wrestling Edition. I think that's it. Get your damn hands off of me. I mean, thank you, Rubio the Cocker Spaniel. I'm going to attribute it to the Mox shirt. I think it's more the Mox shirt. But
what are you trying to say?
Keep in mind, I ain't nobody's. Or I look good too.
Punch.
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
What's up, Nico Thompson? Good to see you. All right, I'm gonna step up my game, Rubio. You don't hurt me.
If MJF did leave for some reason before the match, perhaps he actually is coming back. It's not till tomorrow. There's time. So even if someone did see him leave, there's time to come back. Maybe he's just causing a story. Maybe he's just getting a stir, a frenzy, some gossip going.
Well, Kaleo does everything, says that he did in fact want to get a burger, and he did go to Eddie's World. So he didn't say that. He didn't say that
at all.
I guess he was supposed to be a fan fest. He didn't show up. He booked a flight. I don't know. I still say my man will not be coming to WWE. I still say he'll be an AEW guy. He's been in WWE. I don't think he's coming back
as a security guard. Well,
he knows unless Cody is able to work something out on the back end for him.
First of all, though, if he walks out, if he's Sasha Banks' situation,
I'm just saying,
before Wardlow gets a chance to actually finish this story, if he Lana's this situation and Wardlow just went through all of this for nothing, that would suck for the fans, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Hang on. Rubio the Cock Spaniel came in hard. Another super chat. LOL, just kidding, man. You looking good too. That's what I'm talking about, Rubio. That's what I'm talking about. Respect the game, son.
Thanks for another super chat.
Just kidding. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rubio. It's all love here, man. It's all love. If you like the bloodline, give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah! If you think the bloodline would fall to the Rock and Sock Connection, give me a hell yeah! The Rock and Sock Connection.
I'm a fan. But I'm not a bloodline level fan.
The Rock and Sock Connection. Bloodline don't want nothing to do with it. I'm telling you right now. Does anybody miss Roman? Does anybody miss Roman? I gotta ask.
I'm right here.
You know, I know Roman's taking a little bit of a siesta. I'm asking the people.
Oh.
I'm asking the people.
Just want to make sure you heard me.
Does it?
I do.
Yeah, we all know you miss Roman.
Shayla, where you at?
I swear. Oh, I swear if I had.
In a wrestling way, you took that wrong.
Man, you the one of grabbing arms and bringing out sweat. That was a story. We talked about that before.
It was a big, beautiful arm.
Yes.
Yes. It was right there.
Ciara says no. Carmelina says yes. It's only been a week. Yeah, I know. Well, technically,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But okay, look. Let's talk about some things, right? Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. I don't know. We had some reactions for Raw.
No.
Interestingly enough, out of the 3 Raw reactions that we did, the Usos has come in dead last.
Right.
Which we were really surprised at.
Yeah, and Roman always brings in the large numbers every single time. People want to see Roman. Whether you like him or not, you cannot deny that the numbers don't lie.
So we put it to the people last night for Friday Night SmackDown. What do you want to see? And we may actually be doing this going forward.
Yeah.
What out of the 4 posted, what 2 did you want to see the most? And the Usos, they came on number 1.
Yeah, it seems like it goes back and forth. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea.
What up, Jody?
I do think it's a good idea for us to poll the audience because we get a lot of requests for reactions. And because we both still work full time, we really can't do like more than 2 reactions for each show. And so we're always kind of worried about what they're going to be. So maybe if we poll you guys, we can make sure that we're trying to deliver.
Side note, Nico, I'm excited about the NBA playoff because I'm also pulling for my boys, the Boston Celtics. They're going to take it all away, become your champions.
So they hit the Golden State Warriors.
Golden State Warriors going to.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, off topic.
He put it out there, so I had to put it out there. I had to put it out there.
Come back.
It's all about them Celtics, baby.
Come on back.
Okay, we're gonna bring it back. So my question is, in regards to Monday Night Raw. Well, actually, let's go with SmackDown first because we watched SmackDown. We have a couple of reactions. We wanted to get them up earlier before this. Couldn't get it done. Lord knows we tried. Okay, we'll get there. We will get there.
Super chat from Rubio.
We will get there. How do y'all honestly feel? Because interestingly, the poll that we took, I believe Raquel Ronda came in dead last. Oh no, Drew came in dead last.
Drew came in dead
Drew
last.
McIntyre, that match came in dead last
And
with the New Day.
The Drew Day.
So just above that was Raquel and Ronda. But it really is not making sense. I realize they have been doing this, but this whole fighting the champion for a chance to fight the champion.
It doesn't make sense.
We don't get it.
No sense. I'm going to fight you for a chance to fight you. I just fought you.
Why not have Raquel, Shotzi, Aaliyah? Clearly, they're trying to give them some more airtime. Have it be a triple threat. Have the champion at ringside. Have that be a fire match. Maybe do some interference with Ronda. Something can happen.
Right.
But I don't understand this because what was the ultimate point, aside from trying to give people who don't really need more airtime, having this be a tag team with Ronda and Raquel going against
nothing. There was
Shayla
no point.
and Natalya.
They already fought last week, and it was a championship match. And then they're fighting this week for another chance to fight again.
But like you said, Raquel lost.
Exactly.
You lost.
So then it wouldn't even be her turn. You go to the back of the line and someone else comes up. It just doesn't even make any sense.
We don't like it. We don't get it. Agreed. That's what I'm talking about.
But we were supposed to talk about AEW predictions.
Well, you want to do that first, or we're gonna do that last? Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
Excited.
We got Rubio the Cocker Spaniel with that super chat, like you said. Edge Judgment Day is taking them belts.
I do think they're gonna put these two factions against each other eventually, probably, because they do more heel versus heel stuff these days. But these are two very heel people. I mean, cliques, matches. What's the word?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like a clique, a faction.
Faction.
These are two very heel factions.
Oh wait, hold on.
I don't know if that would happen anytime soon.
King X Neptune, the biggest super chatter of the night. Keep it coming, King X. Keep it coming. How do I join the channel?
So, can you see it on the?
Because she set all that up. So we're gonna defer to B on this
when
one.
When you go to our actual channel, like if you click on our little face, it might take you out of the chat, but if you click on our little face with our little cartoon logo and go to our actual channel, you will see, you should see the option to click on join. But I don't see it right here. Why don't I see it?
It should, it was there. Unless you're in as us. Are you in as us?
No, sir.
Okay, that's where it should be.
Oh, because I'm already a member. That's why. But yes,
if
that's
you're
where
not a member,
it should be right there next to the where you subscribe to us.
Yes.
You should be able to join on the right hand side, I believe.
I don't totally disagree with you, homeboy.
What?
I wonder about Judgment Day. I like this new faction. Like I've been saying for the longest time, we need a strong female in there. We can't get much bigger and stronger than Rhea Ripley. Excited about this. It seems like they are, in fact, in line to be taking the gold. And I tell you what, now that the brand split really is no more, officially it's still in existence, but we all know. I wouldn't mind seeing them show up, say, on SmackDown. Coming at the Usos. Now that Roman is out of the picture, now's the time for them to scoop up the Undisputed.
Out of the picture just because he's not around all the time.
Scoop it up.
How you gonna scoop up his belt? You're not there. You mean the tag team title?
I'm just saying. It's a possibility. Thank you, Rubio, for that. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Warriors are my favorite team. Jody. Oh, bless you. It's not COVID.
No.
Jody, we need to talk about that, brother. We need to talk about that. Warriors. Warriors.
Y'all can talk about that through Instagram.
The Golden State Warriors.
Came here to talk about wrestling.
What up, Aiden the Gamer? It's good to see you.
Welcome.
I saw that. We had another super chat in there.
Did you?
I saw another super chat. I saw it. There it is. King X Neptune.
What's up, King X?
Thank you so much. You are showing us all the love today. Thank you very much. They could be doing such great things with Jai.
Boy, oh boy. I just don't even understand. I felt like they just took it and they were like threw the ball and they never looked to see who was going to catch it, and it just kept going. They were like, oh well, because they act like they were building her up twice.
Yeah, I don't know.
For you to see her in the locker room standing around for 30 seconds here and there.
This is what we said, man. You were fine in NXT. You had a faction of your own. You were knocking people out. You were doing well. And then you get called up to the big leagues and you disappear. Then you get these vignettes, really cool, by the way, come out as the protector. That didn't go anywhere, but it didn't really take off to begin with. Like, you didn't give it a chance. And now, okay, I want to protect myself. Okay, now it's going to be backstage hanging out by catering. Let's be honest. I saw the catering table back there when they were standing with Los Lotharios and whatnot. Yeah. You hit it, man. They are wasting time. Why in fact was she not next in line for the champions contender match? How about that?
Or why couldn't Shotzi just go out there and say, no, that's not your turn. You already did this. And her herself. Then why are you pumping up other people who are your competition to go out there and do something about it?
It's not that hard. This writing is not that hard.
I don't understand.
Like, I just watched a video with McMahon talking about the Attitude Era change. And like, for 50 years, the WWF, for 50 plus years, 60 years, y'all can't figure this out? Really? Like, and now we have AEW celebrating their 3-year anniversary. Crazy. That's been 3 years. They buy a whole new promotion. They got a stacked pay-per-view. Generally speaking, are able to figure out storylines better than WWE. That's been in business for 60 years.
Yeah, because they're letting the people come help with their own storylines. That's why. And so, since we're there, let's do our predictions for AEW.
All right, so let's talk about this.
Double or nothing.
Who do we have? Let's start at the top of the charts. Where is it? All right. AEW predictions. Double or nothing. Let's start at the very top. You got Adam Hangman Page going against Straight Edge himself, CM Punk. Who do you got and why?
I got Punk because it's been a year since he's come back, right? Not a full year, but it's like going on a year. And there's no way you resurrected this man from the wrestling grave for the biggest moment in wrestling history, pretty much, for you not to put a title on him. There's no way that you didn't say come back and then not give him a championship run. That doesn't make sense. I believe it's time.
So you're saying CM Punk is going to come away with the world championship?
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta disagree with you, homeboy.
Wow.
I think CM Punk should become champion. I just don't think he's going to. I think we are underestimating Hangman. And when he won the championship, I was happy for him. I underestimated him because I honestly didn't think that he was going to win that championship. But he's proven me wrong. I think he's got a lot to prove tomorrow night. And I think he's going to show up and show out, and he's going to beat CM Punk.
Even though the last thing that happened was CM Punk just trying to say, why are you so angry, blah, blah, blah. I just want to shake your hand. Paige ends up punching Punk in the face, and Punk is just sitting on the floor. And you still think that Punk is going to lose, so Punk gets punked and then lose, and then still doesn't. Oh.
Yeah. No, okay. It's clobbering time. I can see a heel turn more so for Hangman. So what up, Lawrence R?
What up, Lawrence R?
We acknowledge you. Appreciate that. Roland, you're a huge fan of both. But you pick. All right, so I see mostly CM Punk's in here. I got Darian's got a Hangman.
Does Shayla say
Jedi Knight, do we think Bayley or Charlotte is going to return at Money in the Bank? I think probably Bayley before Charlotte. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, I think Charlotte's taking a little siesta with her man. The broken bone. It's going to take a little while to heal. The broken bone.
So, Cocker Spaniel, do you know CM Punk personally?
He's a crap human. We can talk about that later.
So,
all right.
Like you said, most people seem to have CM Punk for the win.
All right, so let's go with the women's heavyweight championship of the world. We got Thunder Rosa. We got Serena Deeb.
Yes. We'll see a little bit. We'll talk about that after.
So Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb. Who do you like? Who do you got?
I'm not a big fan of Thunder Rosa. She annoys me. However, she is really good. She is one of the people who brought us one of the craziest women matches of all time. She deserved and earned that title, and I don't think they're going to take it from her this soon. And Serena, she's not exciting. She's like, whatever. To me, she doesn't have enough charisma. She don't have it. Thunder barely has it to hold the championship. You know what I mean? Britt Baker was a whole production. She's got a whole vibe going on that demands your attention.
True that.
So I don't see her losing that title.
Well, Lawrence asked the question: do we think Britt Baker? Let's just say Sasha Banks. Let's just say Sasha Banks. The contract runs out. We never see her in a WWE ring again. She shows up on AEW. She goes 1-on-1 with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Of course, that would be amazing because we already know that Britt Baker will take it somewhere, and we have seen Sasha and Bianca won that ESPN award for a reason. And Sasha really has shown us that she could go there, and I think that they would have an amazing rivalry and match.
All right. So, hey, Anthony, we're your favorite reaction channel, and we appreciate you. We got a couple of reactions coming up.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for watching. Thank you. So basically, you're saying Thunder Rosa will win this? Okay. My take on this, Serena Deeb. I think Serena Deeb, let me tell you.
Do you just be saying stuff?
No. Let me tell you why. I like Serena Deeb. I like her attitude. She's a hard hitter, just like Thunder Rosa. I think this match is going to be fire. I also think Serena is due. I think Thunder Rosa's title reign has been kind of like Big E's, a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree.
And so because of that, I think it's time to switch the titles from one side. Yeah, I think Serena Deeb is going to win.
Okay.
I think she's going to win it. All right. What about this? Now we got some heavyweights up in here. Tag team championships. The big man, Keith Lee, against Swerve with Swerve. Now you got we got Jungle Boy, we got the Luchasaurus, and we got Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Pretty Ricky. Who do you like?
You know I got my man Keith Lee and Swerve. You know I got Keith Lee and Swerve all day. I just want to see Keith have some gold or some kind of belt around his waist.
Oh, bask in his glory. That's for you. That's for you,
baby.
So you're saying Keith Lee and Swerve will, in fact, win this. All right, who do y'all got? Shayla, you got Swerve. Darian, you got Jurassic Express. Okay. Nice. Lethal got Swerve. Yeah, we don't know. There's rumors MJF bounce. I think it's a work.
Yeah, we both think it's a work. And we usually do think something is a work until it comes. He thought Cody Rhodes was a work, and I wasn't sure either.
I refused to believe it until I saw him.
Yeah, MJF is real big with K-Fab, right? So like he had his parents saying he was a horrible person on social media. He plays it well. So I think this may be a work, and he's just getting people to talk, and they're just getting chatter going. If he really did, I would be so surprised that he really did that. And now we're going to be on our edge to see if it's true, which is, if it is a work, it's a good work because it's working.
Now I do see somebody. The Rock versus Roman. We all know it's coming, no time soon, but
it's coming.
It's coming. I already saw Shayla roll her eyes. I can appreciate that. You got Hobbs and Shaw. No, I'm just kidding. Hobbs and Starks winning it. Okay, Kaleo.
That is Hobbs and Shaw, right?
Got Lee. All right. So interesting. I see the majority of the people are going for Lee and Swerve. You think Christian will turn on Jungle Boy? You know, it's funny you say that. I don't know why, but I've had like this strange feeling like it's going to happen.
Maybe.
And I'll be really mad, but I think I almost feel like it's expected. I don't know.
And go to who?
I tell you what.
Lee and Swerve?
My heart wants to go for Keith Lee and Swerve. My mind is telling me it's going to be Hobbs and Starks.
Okay, so we're just not going to agree on one thing tonight.
No, we got a lot of matches to go. We got like 100 matches tonight.
All right.
We got 100 matches in this show. So let's go over here. We got the men's tournament. Owen Hart Foundation. Samoa Joe. Adam Cole. Baby. Who do you like? Lay it on us, people. Who do you like? Samoa Joe. Adam Cole, baby. Talk to the people.
I feel like I would say Samoa Joe, but
Dance break.
I feel like they're going to give it to Adam Cole.
You think?
I do think.
Okay. I think you're going to have to kill Samoa Joe to take that title off of him. That's what I think. Unless he's going to get jumped. Because Samoa Joe doesn't have the numbers. He's pound for pound, on paper, Adam Cole cannot be Samoa Joe.
But Samoa Joe has enemies backstage.
That's what I'm saying. The numbers are against him. So I think it's very possible you are right. I think we will agree for the first time tonight, and I will say Adam Cole will win this. I think it's just the deck is stacked in Adam Cole's favor. Gotta say it. And I see King X Neptune coming in hard with that super chat. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Is AEW worth buying a cable box?
Do you have to buy a cable box? Because you can get it through bleacherreport.com, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have to do that. Or does that say?
Oh, we're talking about like the show, like Dynamite and Rampage. I mean, look, AEW is a fun ride. It's a fun ride. We enjoy it. It's refreshing because as much as we are WWE fans, and we will be probably till we're in the grave, they do frustrate us. This is not to say AEW. Nobody's perfect.
Right. But we're a professional wrestling. We're fans of professional wrestling. We keep saying that. So just because our stars that we like go to WWE or leave WWE and they're in Ring of Honor or they're in Impact or they're in AEW, why wouldn't we still want to see them? We're fans of them, not just the brand. We're not loyal to a brand. We're loyal to the wrestlers.
Byron, you asked, did we see Rick Starks being like the next Rock? No way. No way, no how, brother. Let me tell you why. There's only one Rock. Rock, he came in at a time that was special. And you can't recreate that. And it's in our psyche. Everybody in that era, when they come back and they do their little shtick, even with Stone Cold, when he freaking wrestled in WrestleMania, I mean, he had no business being in the ring. But man hadn't wrestled in 19 years. But it was still good to see. At this point, I don't even necessarily want to see The Undertaker wrestle again. But I would almost choose that over some of today's matches. And that's kind of sad to say. Well, that's reality.
I gotta tell you, if you think about the stupid stuff that WWE does and has done, they don't have to get rid of anything because we have had Boogeyman who eats worms and ate a word off somebody's face.
He's coming to get you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have had some stupid stuff. Sacco, come on, man. But what I'm saying is,
Rocket Sock.
We accept what we want to accept.
Yeah.
You get over it in 8 when WWE does it. So you got to get over it in 8. Like part of professional wrestling is ridiculous stuff. The Undertaker was kind of ridiculous, but I'm saying, if you think about a dead man who was coming out of the grave, raising up and stuff, there's other people who would think that's dumb. There were so many AEW people who were hating on the Alexa Bliss things too. This is stupid. Her possessing people. This is like, so what I'm saying is that both shows do that about each other, but they both turn a blind eye to their own storylines that are,
I mean, pro wrestling is pro
outlandish.
wrestling, but more than anything, it's entertainment.
Yeah, it's just entertainment.
They got crazy names and crazy gimmicks, and they just do wild stuff. We just like to see good entertainment. That's it. It's storylines that make sense, storylines that complete. I'm not mad at I'm not mad at them.
I'm not their biggest fans either, but Jungle Boy is a really good wrestler. But I don't have them for the win.
R-Truth, 3 hours of R-Truth on Raw would be way better than the actual match. I don't know if I can give R-Truth 3 hours of my time. I can give him a dance break. I can give him a wedding. I can give him that for sure. All right, so let's go with the other Owen Hart's women's tournament final. We got, again, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Come on now.
DMD.
Going against Ruby Soho. The runaway. The fired away is what we want to call her.
What's interesting is that Ruby got booed the other day when she won. boo-hooed. And it's so interesting when the whole crowd, they were so happy to see her, and now they all boo her. But she's not a great wrestler. She wasn't a great wrestler in WWE, and she's not a great wrestler here. So even though she needs the push and she needs the win, I don't think she deserves a win because I don't think she's a better wrestler than Britt Baker. So even though they may give it to Ruby because Britt Baker doesn't need a push, you know what I'm saying? She is probably gonna push her, so it probably will be Ruby. But I believe that Britt Baker deserves it more. I just think she's a better wrestler.
Now we do have some people weighing in. Quantaven's got Ruby, Jaden DMD, Braden DMD. Oh man, hold on now.
Okay.
Ruby, Dr. Britt.
Oh, Sophie Dolphy in the house.
Dr. Britt. I see a little more. Oh, I see Ruby. So okay. And Sophie Dolphy with that super chat. Good to see you, Sophie Dolphy.
Welcome.
You say it looks like WWE and UFC will go head to head with UFC pay-per-views this summer.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. I mean, I love UFC. She does not. I'll watch it all day. I welcome a little UFC-esque type attitude in professional wrestling because I personally like the harder hitting wrestlers, like the Thunder Rosas, like the Serena Deeps, like Brian Danielson. I like that. I want to look at this and be like, oh, are you okay? I don't want to see anybody get seriously hurt. Don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. It's a big difference between pro wrestling and UFC. All I'm saying is
we don't want to see that crap that we saw with Natalya and Shayna and this week. That was
like things happen. People miss moves. Everybody botches. It's fine.
They just hit so light. It's like just like
we don't want to see you hitting your hand. Like there was a time Alexa Bliss would hit her own arm. Like she'd be going in, and then if you slow it down, she's hitting her own arm. Mm-hmm. When she does her flip move, she doesn't land on her opponent. Like
she wouldn't even touch her opponent.
We can see
but she picked it up when
she's gotten better
for sure.
She got better. That's all we're saying. Just connect.
But Becky Lynch started out that way too,
and make it look like it actually hurts.
Yeah,
that's all with training. That's all that is. So I'm gonna go with Dr. Britt Baker on this one. Mm-hmm. I think she definitely is better. I think she needs the win. And I personally wouldn't mind. I think she needs the win because she doesn't look right without the championship. I think she needs to win. She needs to get that title back around her waist. And I think Ruby Soho needs to turn heel.
Oh, I think Ruby Soho needs to turn something.
And it only happens with losses.
When you're being booed that bad, you have to go heel.
Yeah.
I mean, John Cena refused to go heel.
And it worked for him.
Not really. He still was half hated and half loved forever.
Still worked for him. People loved it.
Wow.
Ruby Noho. King Swag. It's kind of divided, but I think Dr. Britt Baker won out just a smidge. Yeah, I think so. I saw another super chat in there. Oh man, come on now, Sophie Dolphy. We appreciate you. Come on. Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you everybody that super chats. You don't have to. We appreciate you. Thank you. You say thoughts on Money in the Bank getting moved. Well, we're going to be there live. When we saw it, we immediately talked, and I said,
well, they had reached out to us to move our seats anyway.
Yeah.
So by the time it came to A's attention, and I pulled up our email, and they were already asking us about moving over to the stadium. So, but I thought it was interesting that it wasn't at MGM in the first place because they have like MGM packages where you could stay there, and that's where the pop-up store is and where the meet and greets are. So we were where they were last year. So I was surprised that they weren't there, but I guess Allegiant is larger. They were not able to feel Allegiant.
Well, let me tell you something. When we went to Allegiant last year, yeah, it's a large arena. It was great. We had great seats.
It wasn't full then either, though.
It wasn't totally full. It wasn't empty, but it wasn't totally full. But they had some problems. Like the concessions went down. Like there were some issues. So the fact that they're moving into MGM, first off, MGM is fine. It's a good arena. It's a small arena. Our seats are even better than they were in Allegiant. So it's good for us. But I think it shows a larger problem with WWE filling arenas that they used to be able to do.
Right.
And this is a result of your product. If your product isn't fire, if your product isn't something that people are absolutely dying to see, how are you going to fill seats?
Exactly.
What are you going to do? You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, because MGM is a smaller stadium.
So it makes sense, and I don't know. I wonder if they will pull Vince aside, like, look, we need to reset and retool this thing to get the asses, pardon my language, back in the seats, because you cannot have an arena be booked and be like, okay, we're selling a quarter of what we're supposed to do and moving. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. So thank you, Sophie. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh,
What's
interesting question.
match?
Hang on, Darian. He asked, how do we feel about AEW introducing trios championships?
I mean, what they are not short on factions at all. They got factions left and right over there. So I think that would be a really good idea.
I'm not mad at it. We've seen that before. If it's used right, that's my only thing. I want to make sure that we don't. The problem is you have too many championships and it just kind of becomes like watered down. They don't mean much. So if you're gonna do it, like make sure you push this. Like this needs to be on the par with every other championship. If you can do that, I'm all about it. So talking about MJF. So he supposedly bounced.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not he's coming back, I think he is. But we got MJF and Wardlow. I think we all know how you feel. Talk to the people.
I mean, Wardlow, they built all this up to give Wardlow his revenge. You would not possibly have him go through all this humiliation and all of this under MJF, all this time to not let him get his moment. And it should be a quick moment, to be honest with you. However, if MJF really left and he doesn't get that moment, I hope I don't ever see him anywhere else. Because that's messed up to your coworker and to the fans.
I think it's a work.
I think it's a work too. I really do. I don't believe that he's not going to be there. I hope that's not true.
Thank you, Nico Thompson is a huge fan of us and our channel. Wishes us a happy, safe holiday.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nico. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a subscriber to us. That means the world to us. Thank you. I think Shayla said that. I think you said Riddle and Nakamura are beating the Usos. Shayla, is that what you said? Wait. Hang on. Something on the screen. Not beating the Usos. That's my bad, Shayla. That's all me. Had a little something on the screen. Super chat with Sophie Dopey coming in hard there. $5 super chat. Thank you. It looks like the pay-per-view tomorrow night will be 5 hours or more with 14 matches on the card. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that is why we don't know if we can go live.
We can make it to Vegas. Right? Right? We can start at the beginning of this pay-per-view. We can make it right before it ends. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I almost feel like they should do 2 nights. Almost like WWE.
Yeah, no, I feel like they should have did 2 nights.
Wow.
Their card is so stacked. They really should have did 2 nights because that's a lot to ask the audience to sit through at a stadium. Stadium seats are not that comfortable.
No, they are not.
A lot of sitting. And I don't know. I feel like their pay-per-views are always jam-packed. Or they're always brutal, but this is just too much, too long. It should have been a 2.
Yeah, I don't know. And we're trying to get through this. We got 20 matches left to go.
We gotta get through them. Come on, baby. Get through them.
So the next one we got Jon Moxley,
yes,
Bryan Danielson, Santana, Ortiz, Eddie Kingston versus the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Let me tell you something. Bryan Danielson. Jon Moxley. I mean, for real. Moxley, come on. Bryan Danielson is fighting on a whole nother level. And you put him in Mox in the ring, Santos or man, I got them all day.
Yeah.
I got them all day.
Yeah, it could be. You could be. Yeah, it could be 5 hours. It's possible. It's possible. So who do y'all got? Y'all got Jericho Appreciation Society. You got Mox. How are they going to do 14? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to get through this. This is a lot, unless some matches are going to be cut short. But if I'm looking at this on paper, there's no way that Jericho Appreciation Society wins. Like, if it's a fair fight, there's no, like, bats or trash cans or anything crazy. On paper, there's just no way that they win. I got to go with Mox and company. I just do. Yeah. Young Bucks versus the Hardys.
All right, so I'm a Young Bucks fan. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not ashamed of it. When they came out as dressed as Street Fighters with Kenny Omega, that was it. So yes, they do cosplay, but they also back it up. They can fight, and but you didn't bring these brothers back together for their probably final run in a brand new company for them to lose. That doesn't make sense to me. So even though they can't move like they once could, they are who they are, and I think we all want to see the Hardys win. That's what I feel like in my heart. Go ahead and
the heart wants to see the Hardys win this. But yeah, I gotta disagree, homeboy. I got to go with the Young Bucks right here. And yeah, you're right, Isaiah. What's going to happen? We're going to hear pimp down, pimping the stress, 11:30, Donna.
I'm stuck between a pimp and a hard place.
Oh my gosh. That was on last night. I watched that. And
back from Cat Williams.
Hilarious. Christian Thomas. Better late than never. We love you too.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you very, very much for popping in here. Shayla, you got Mox. You got Bucks. Oh, Shayla got Bucks all day. Your girl disagreeing.
Okay.
Your girl disagreeing. Super Kick Party.
I'm not mad. I'm a fan of the Bucks. I feel like I can't believe that the Hardys came back.
Quantaven, you're going to go with the Hardys. Kaleo, the Hardys. We got the Hardys. 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 Okay. And we got a super chat up in here. What do we got here, Sophie Dofi? Thank you, Sophie Dofi. Plus, tomorrow they're going up against the NBA. Well,
I mean, but diehard wrestling fans are diehard wrestling fans. And there really usually isn't any other thing that we would rather watch other than wrestling when it's on.
Yeah, there are people that we've seen more and more that actually couples that have two TVs in the same living room to watch one game on one, another game on another. I would do this. I don't watch basketball really at all. I go for the Celtics. Yeah, because that's where I'm from. But except the playoffs and the finals, that's the only time I check in on basketball. Right now, I'm checked in. Am I a little more checked in than this stacked pay-per-view? I don't know.
I wouldn't say so.
All right, we got another stack situation here. We got Death Triangle going against House of Black.
Man, House of Black.
We talked about this earlier.
All day.
Death Triangle, House of Black. Call it, people.
House of Black.
Who do you got?
All day.
We'll get to your question in 1 second, Darian. Hang on 1 second. So you got House of Black.
Yes, man. I mean, Alistair is on point. And Buddy Matthews been a part of it. Like, I love House of Black.
I really want to see the Bastard and Mr. Black go one-on-one. These guys are some hard hitters, and I enjoy watching them perform. But at the end of the day, I got to agree with you and say House of Black is finna to take it. Shayla, yep, House of Black. That Triangle King swag. House of Black, House of Black. House of Black.
House of Black.
House of Black. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying.
All right.
Darian, to answer your question, we saw the return of one Miss Mia Yim.
Love it, man. So excited.
It's good to see her doing what she loves to do. She just wants to wrestle. She wants to wrestle.
Yes, and they were not hitting soft. They were coming, and she was with the. I want to say her. I always say her name backwards. Ty
Valkyrie. Frankie Monet, the artist formerly known as Frankie Monet. Yeah, it was so good to see her back, man. I mean, we would love to have seen her team up because I'm all about a power couple in pro wrestling. I love a good power couple. I would love to see him with the big man Keith Lee, but you know what? She doesn't want any of that TV stuff. She just wants to wrestle, do what she loves. Can't be mad at it.
And I love when I was thinking about that. That you got Keith Lee and now Morrison in AEW. And then you have both of their wives together in that match in the ring. I just thought that was kind of cool, you know, that their wives are both at Impact. And what's cool about that is that, you know, that they do the crossover with Impact. So it's not like you're not working together.
I love it. Yeah. Jody, hold your question. We got a few more matches we're going to get to, and then we're going to finish up with some WWE stuff. So it's a tough decision, both factions, but you go on House of Black. Okay, so it looks like House of Black is pretty much going to take this. House of Black. Unless Killer Cross was against them. Oh, jeez. Whoa, 2023 Roman Reigns in AEW? Never.
I think 2023 Roman Reigns going to be in Hollywood.
Could y'all imagine? Oh, I don't see it. All right. Darby Allin. Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly. Call it in the chat right now. Go. Darby. Who do you got? Really?
I got Darby. I'm a fan. He's so talented. So fearless. And I know Kyle O'Reilly can get down and dirty and he can go the distance. I think it's going to be a great match, but I'm going to say Darby.
Okay. Money in the Bank is sold out. Yeah, I'm sure they are if it's a smaller arena.
Now that they've gone to that little arena, and it's not even an arena, is it? It's like where concerts are usually.
I think that's where when we went last year, isn't that where Dolph Ziggler performed? Didn't he perform that? No. No, I'm just kidding. Darby. Wow. I don't see one Kyle in here. Do y'all not know who Kyle O'Reilly is?
It's gonna be a good match. We're not saying
wow. Man. Okay, I almost want to. Yeah, he probably will. Okay, Kyle O'Reilly. Quantaven, we here. I'm gonna go with you. I'm going Kyle O'Reilly.
You're doing it just to go against the grain?
I was leaning towards it anyway. I think Darby probably will win, but I'm gonna say that Kyle O'Reilly is gonna eke out the victory on this one. Here's one I'm actually really interested in.
Yes.
Jade Cargill, your TBS champion, against Anna Jay.
Bad mama jamma.
And she got her baddies.
Ain't nobody taking that belt from her anytime soon.
Especially not Anna Jay. Not to say Anna Jay is bad.
Not saying that, but she's not.
But she's not on Jade Cargill's level.
No.
So who do y'all got, Jade or Anna Jay? Because I think that one is a pretty easy one. And I hate to say it, I think that one might be a shorter match. Because again, on paper, it doesn't. I really don't see her hanging with Jade Cargill in the long run. Agree. Yeah, Shella Jade, Jody Jade. See, love the baddies for obvious reasons. Ain't mad at that. So yeah, we're gonna go with the baddies on that. All right. So 2 matches to go. This is also a very interesting card. I don't quite know what to make of this. Paige Van Sant versus Tay Conti. And we got Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, Sammy Guevara, Frankie Kazarian. All right. So Paige Van Zandt, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, Tay Conti, Sammy Guevara, Frankie Kazarian. That's.
Are they going to give Sammy the belt back?
Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill. Charlotte Flair all day. Hell of a match. I think Jade is stronger than Charlotte, but Charlotte has got some anger management issues. This is a little harder to call. It's a little harder to call.
I don't really know because I feel like Jade could take her, but I don't feel like she has enough experience yet. You're talking about a dirty heel who has a lot of experience and a lot of ring awareness.
Now, Sophie Dophie, you said there was a stipulation that was added to the match. That stipulation being, if Sammy Teams loses and Frankie can't challenge for the championship again. All right, well, then in that case, I got to go Team Van Zandt. I got to go Team Van Zandt on this one.
I'm gonna go take Conti and Sammy.
Oh, okay. All Eagle all day, baby. Okay. Paige Van Zandt and Paige, you got that, Jody? Okay. SCU, Charlotte Flair versus DMD, still Charlotte Flair. Yeah, I mean, Charlotte Flair's getting married. Why not? Why not? She deserves happiness like everybody else. I want to see her back in the ring. But yeah, I'm excited for her. Okay, here's the last one. This one I'm kind of, I almost, probably more than any other match, I almost want to see it just because. Hookhausen. Danhausen, very good, very evil. I think he's going to put a curse on them. Tony Nese. Mark Sterling.
I mean, what's funny is that the buildup they did with Hook being so annoyed with Hausen and finally giving in. It was almost like the hell yes thing, you know what I mean? Like when they made Kane and Daniel Bryan be together. I'm gonna have Hook and Hausen all day. That's not really anything to think about, for real, to be honest with you.
So we got Hookhausen. Anybody else? Oh, man, across the board. Love the Queen. So do we, Jedi Knight. Woo! But across the board, we got Hookhausen. Man, I can respect that. Look at this. It's really like RK Bro and AEW. You are right. Okay, so I think that's it for that pay-per-view. Again, we are on the fence about whether or not we will do a live watch along. I don't know if we can commit to that. We will see. If we do, watch out for it. That being said, with AEW, we're going to finish up with a little bit of WWE. Out of curiosity, does anyone think that the newly suspended Sasha Banks and Naomi will be back in WWE before their contracts expire? Or is this going to be rode out? Or are they going to do like some kind of contract extension? You didn't wrestle, and now we're going to tack it on.
I don't know that you could do that. That's just making up. So you can't alter a contract.
I've seen some stuff.
You can't alter a contract that's been signed.
Some stuff.
You sign a contract, and then if you break the contract, you fire the person. They didn't want to fire him.
Not fired.
The controversy over it though.
Just saying.
And there's so many people saying that. Well, a couple at least, like videos that I've seen where they're saying that WWE lied about how it went down and that they were actually, basically drove out or whatever. And I'm like, it's so hard to know. If I could have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. And at the end of the day, even we were saying there was an interview that Cameron did, and she was basically saying that this is typical of Sasha Banks, but that she feels like Naomi wouldn't have did this unless she was manipulated. And I'm like, so Naomi don't know her own mind?
Who can say what went down? What we do know is they ain't here. That much we do know. So whether or not they're coming back anytime soon, are we going to see them in a AEW ring? I don't know. Jeff Samuel, basically the news about MJF is he bounced. He left Vegas. He took his shoes and he went to walking. Hasn't come back. I don't know. I think it's a work.
But where are these news stories coming from? Because we were getting ready to go live, so we actually heard it from you guys. And is it like Fightful Select, or is it like any? Like I'm just curious.
Is it a reputable source?
Is it a reputable source? But also, is it a work?
Our opinions on NXT champion Braun Breaker. That's kind of how we feel about NXT in general right now. I mean,
we're not really invested anymore.
Yeah, we had a reaction that we did. There was an issue with YouTube, couldn't get it up. We're still gonna try, but
we're fans of his family.
Yeah,
it's not that we dislike him.
Question of the night, guys. All right, Jody. Question of the night. What would we change? Championships or new matches in WWE? Like if we were in charge of WWE, would we take away championships, add championship? What would we change? I know people do a lot of complaining. We've done some complaining. What would we change?
We would bring Solo up to the main roster, first and foremost. We would bring Tamina over, so you would have 3 males and a female, which would be enough if Roman's not around all the time to hold down the bloodline, because 4 people usually walk out. Paul is not there because Roman is not there, even though Paul represents the entire bloodline. Paul is a big part of heels with their traction and what's being said and the such. And if he was speaking for the Usos, it would really just give him that much more, you know what I mean, presence. So I would for sure bring Tamina over to the bloodline and bring Solo up to the bloodline. And then ultimately, I would like have Solo want to go after the title and turn on everybody or something like that.
Okay. For me, really quickly, it starts with the training. I would go right back down to the Performance Center. I would take a brief hiatus. Here's what I would do. Shut it all down. WWE, lights off.
All of WWE?
WWE, lights off. On hiatus.
You just lost everybody.
Follow me. Work with me. 2 weeks.
You lost everybody.
2 weeks. Because that's never happened before.
You can do it for 1 week and it's never happened.
Right out of the gate, you would get interest. What's going on in WWE? They shut everything down. They don't have seasons. Retrain everybody. Go back, and I would say this is how we need to perform. Because you're still wrestling like there's no cameras with zoom lenses or guys at ringside. We can see you. You're wrestling like you did back in the territory days, where you're talking to each other in very obvious ways. You're missing moves in very obvious ways. It just looks terrible.
You have Natalya training the women.
That's why I'm saying
Natalya don't look good in the ring. I'm sorry. She
back
doesn't.
To training. That's why I'm saying you start from the very infancy, and I would retrain everybody. This is how we're going to do it. Then when we turn the lights back on, we got some new championships. Like I saw a possible United States championship for the women, maybe an IC championship for the women. We would really invest in the women's division. We would really have the factions. We would really have.
You mean we would have more than 6 women on the roster?
We would, yes, because you had the training. We'd bring these people up. We'd reconfigure some things. We would give a show with the energy that was presented in the Attitude Era. That being, we're fighting for our very existence. We may not have a show next week, so we need to give these people every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears.
Or why don't they have Beth Phoenix training the women?
Beth Phoenix that's what I'm saying. We're going to go back to training. Beth Phoenix can train the women. Jazz can train the women. I want Stephanie McMahon to train the women on how to do a promo, especially for Ronda Rousey. Cut a freaking promo. correctly, and I'm telling you, if you did that, you repackage it in that way, and you came forth with that energy, you got to make this a must-see show. I will cut Raw down to 2 hours, and every single thing, nothing will be a commercial break. Nothing will be a commercial break. That's all I'm saying. That's what I would do. AEW is what NXT used to be. Facts. And these people, these are talented people. But they're just not being used like they should. Like Just Alex did a quick post, I think on Twitter, that showed NXT Asuka. NXT Asuka was a badass.
And then you see that match from, oh my gosh. This last match she did was the worst match I've ever seen her do.
Again, things happen. We get it.
And I'm not saying it's all her fault. I don't know.
Botches happen.
They just didn't have chemistry that night. Sometimes you're off. It's a bad night. But they better not look like that the next time I see them.
Shayna Baszler is better than this. We know Natalya is better. Like, we know these people are better than what we've been seeing. It's not really their fault. But when you have the powers that be holding you back.
And I feel like the fact that Shayna Baszler is so soft in the ring is dumb, because you as a professional fighter know where you can hit someone to really hurt them and where you can hit someone with a little more power and they'll be okay, right? So when you went to hit her knee, you could have hit her knee with more force. Just make sure you don't hit it in a way where you're actually going to mess up her knee. Yeah. You know how to do that. She knows darn well. So the fact that she's just so obviously gentle when she's on the ring is so annoying.
And I'll tell you what, yes, Sophie, 3 Hour Raw may have been USA's decision. If USA refuses to back down on that, fine. We will do what we can to fill that third hour. This will be a fire show. I would also employ what AEW does. The fact that they have their dark on YouTube. Dark matches don't count. I don't care what happens on a dark match. It don't count if it ain't televised. Mm-hmm. Things have happened that haven't been televised.
YouTube, why would you not televise?
That's what I'm saying. Just do it. Just do it.
Have a channel.
Give the people what they want. Heck, put it on your own Peacock, but you don't.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Cliffy G Unit. G Unit.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we've got to watch. I don't think we finished all of Smackdown. I think.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know if I watched it. NXT Bobby Roode. There we go. Mustafa Ali. We've seen him wrestle better when he was training, when he was not on TV. Free Ali. You bring him back for what? Seriously, why are you keeping my man hostage if you're not going to use him to his best ability? These guys are talented, and you're not using them to what they are capable of doing. And it doesn't make any logical sense, except if it's on your own ego trip. That is a problem. We don't want to see an ego. We don't want to see a 3 hour Raw ego trip. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Super Chat King X Neptune, my gosh.
Man, King X is the Super Chat champion of the world.
You don't set it here. I need AJ Lee versus Alina before I die. Come on. Did you hear that, AJ? AJ.
That is his dream match. They're the same size. That'd be good.
Book it. It sucks that she's out on injury right now. That's another situation where she was brought to be quit. Like, we're going to give you a push. Now she's hurt, but I mean, we made you queen. We made you champion.
Yeah, and it's funny since Zelina played AJ Lee in Paige's movie, didn't she?
Yeah, it's just a waste, man. So, oh man, AJ can't wrestle no more. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. Tessa versus Charlotte again. Charlotte, woo! But who knows? I mean, they said Daniel Bryan can't wrestle. They said Edge can't wrestle. They said Nikki Bella can't wrestle. Never doesn't necessarily mean never. It might take a decade. It might take a decade. I don't know if it's in the blood. NXT, that's what I'm saying. NXT was fire the way it was. Their pay-per-views, outstanding. Walter, amazing. I don't know what this is anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did when they brought these people onto the main roster.
Is a doofus. RR7, I think Cody Rhodes will ultimately be the person to take the belt. I believe that's why they brought him here. I don't think they brought Cody Rhodes here to be no B player. It's Cody Rhodes.
No, he needs the belt, but it can't happen like right after. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's got to build up to it.
Eventually, that's going to be the back and forth. My family, your family. You know what I'm saying? They both have that history.
But it's weird.
They just didn't jump right to it.
That they brought him on Raw instead of SmackDown, because you were talking about going at Roman. Now Roman's got all the gold. Now Roman's taking a little bit of a break. So, like, that's the one thing wrestlers don't like to do, is take a break if it's something that is like an injury or something, because they feel like their momentum is going to be kind of cut. So Cody had this momentum coming in. He had this huge swing, and now the champion is gone. And you took all the belts. Like, we have no champion right now.
Like he's like gone.
I'm not saying he's gone, but what I'm saying is you have one man have all the belts, and you taking a powder.
Look, Cody ain't
you need to come. We need a separation.
But Seth is not letting Cody go anywhere right now. Seth will not let this go. You know how he is. He's like a dog with a bone.
It's a problem. That's all I'm trying to say, homeboy. Until this day, I'm still calling Pete Dunne, not Butch. Thank you, Jody. Pete Dunne. Why? What's wrong with Raquel Gonzalez? Anybody tell me what's wrong with that?
The name changes are as bad as facing the champion for a chance to face the champion. It's all backwards.
And we preferred like the kind of angrier, grittier Raquel, not the smiley Raquel. Why is she not teamed up with Los Lotharios? Why is there not like a Legado del Fantasma situation happening on SmackDown? Missed opportunities. It's very easy to do.
Right. And I mean, it's frustrating because why are we going to start calling them a new name? Like, we have no incentive. We're now irritated that you're calling them something else. It's actually giving a negative connotation to a star we already had an opinion of. It is so weird.
You're fine the way you were. I don't know. Walter is Bruce won't push that. Yeah. Well, you should have thought about that before you brought him in NXT. You were Walter. We like Walter. Just make it work.
And here's what's crazy. If everybody goes back and watches that last match that Rhea had when her and Raquel had that no holds barred fight, and they were backstage, through the whole stick, that was an amazing fight. And then you just give us this smiling.
Yeah, it's weird.
What are you doing?
And that's probably what's the most frustrating thing of all, is that we know what they're capable of. Not only the wrestlers, but the company as a whole, because we've seen it. And then when you give us less than that and we're just stuck with it.
Honestly, so you leave Rhea Ripley's name, you change Raquel, right, her last names, and you make her a different character. When you could have had Raquel come up as herself and then be in the locker room in front of Rhea Ripley's locker like, remember me?
Exactly.
Or Rhea at her locker like, yeah, I've been waiting for you.
Exactly.
Nobody would be mad at that. We were already invested in that.
Okay. How about this? If you recall, when the ladies had the championships, Rhea had the championships, you had Bianca had the champion. They held up their titles. You had a nice little reunion. Raquel had the champion, an NXT women's reunion of sorts. Let's run that. Let's go an NXT reunion. Matt, get all these NXTers in here. Get to work, ladies. Get to work, gentlemen.
We just keep missing it, man.
Missing opportunities. All right, that's it for us. I think we have talked about some things tonight. Saturday night's live event is still a work in progress.
Yes.
So we are still going to be bringing you guys some very exciting stuff. We have some very exciting stuff for the members of our channel. That's also going to be coming up soon. Again, we have 2 SmackDown reactions. that will be live. It's late now, so they'll be live tomorrow. And please forgive the end because we had intended on those airing before this live.
Stuff happens.
What if Orton dethrones Roman? It probably should happen. I think Orton coming back, we might see. He was having fun. He said himself, he said the most fun he's had in a long time. We might see that heel Orton because that heel Orton wins championships.
Right.
Singles championships.
Yeah.
Winning it with Riddle was fine, but that's yeah. Can I get a holla? Can I get a holla holla? Well, let me tell you something, player. We A&B Convos Wrestling Edition will be facing The Undertaker. No? Anybody?
We're going to face The Undertaker.
Yeah, I think we can do that. All right, folks, that's it for us. Thank you guys for showing up for our Saturday night's live event. Thank you so much to all of our members, to all the super chatters. We do not take it lightly. We say it every single time. You support us in ways you do not have to. Thank you.
You guys are the best.
You guys are absolutely the best. We love you all very much. We appreciate you all. Now it's time to eat because it's National Hamburger Day.
It sure is.
And we're going to get an Impossible Burger because we don't get down with the cow. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Look out for our SmackDown reactions. And on behalf of Bone Crusher, Roof! Yes, Bone Crusher, we're talking about you. Thank you guys. Good night, everybody.
Good night.